Hey, what's up, guys? I don't have my stand. That's part of why I haven't even been posting any videos. But let's see, it's not so great at night, right? I should do this in the daytime. But yeah. So I ran into a guy who was. What's it? Maybe this helps. I ran into a guy who had Top Step. I was trying to remember the name. He said that, I think he was a manager or something at the store, I don't know, the store or something, a chicken place. But he said that he had been doing a funded account. I think he said like 5 months, 6 months. I don't know if he's still there at this exact moment, but he was saying that he either was or is with Top Step. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. To run into somebody that is, that's funded or whatever. It's great. And found out that he had moved to Virginia from New York just like I did. Not a whole lot of detail, but and I told him, I said, look, I've been doing different strategies. It's just that hunger, right? You have to really have that hunger, and you have to have that desire to really succeed at it. You have to have see the little wins and the little gains, and you have to continue to cultivate and continue to grow. And as you guys are seeing in the group, I post kind of like a journal, where you can go and read my journal and you can see things I'm thinking about, and you can see what I'm talking about, right? Yes, I was telling him, I said right now I'm doing some hedging. I might continue to do hedging, and maybe not go back to the BEs for a while, but might continue to do hedging. And he was saying, yeah, I did it and it didn't work out for him or something like that. And I get it, because, and I think I was adding to what he was saying. I was like, yeah, the hedging, it can blow up on you. Like if you're doing, martingale, or you're doing recovery zone, blow up. But I told him, I said, it's not that it failed, it's that you failed, right? Like, you implement the strategy, you have to know when to do that. You have to know when not to do it. You have to know where to place them. And if you make that mistake, then you're gonna end up saying, hey, either this doesn't work or this is too risky. Right now my style is not keeping them open. I mean, I can, but I found that I can go to a higher X if I'm just closing it every time it goes to the other side of the recovery zone. So instead of having to keep on having all these positions open and going to maxed out at 8 or 9x, now I can max out at 12, right? And I've never seen, the worst. I've searched near and far, right? Different pairs, like AUD-CAD, right? No, I call it AUD-CAD, AUD, the Aussie Canadian, right? I like calling it AUD-CAD all the time. But AUD-CAD, it takes a long time for it to go to target, right? Which is fine, because it builds up. I like to build up, every 10, 16 days. But even in its longest period of 16, and you could be at the most, like, you can try to find a block of the most consolidated, long range, back and forth area, but by the time it touches 12x, it goes straight to the target, and you can even speed that up, where I can do a simulation, and let's say I'm coming in late and it's already been consolidated. It would have consolidated 4 times already, right? I'll just move it up to 4. I'll start on the 4th X, because I know that 11 or 12 at the worst case, which it rarely ever happens a lot. It almost never happens, but I did find one where it did. It's gonna go 9 at the worst, really. But I know that even at 11, 12, I'm banking. I know that that's gonna be my 5% gain for the month. If I did nothing else for the next 15 days, for the other half of the month, right? Now imagine you got 2, that would be fantastic. Imagine, I'm going slow for this recording, but imagine if you got 2 of the, oh my God, it'd be 10%, right? And get a nice little payout. But I found out if I maxed out my Darwin's and just did 5%, I would get those fees. I would make the fees. Year 1 would be 127K fees, 227, and then by the time I got to year 5, which I'm just gonna keep it going, because by the time I'm at year 5, my fees, I would be at $1.3 million a year income. So yeah, man, it doesn't take a lot at all. It's consistency, right? It's just being consistent, right? Especially when you're doing the hedge fund. So yeah, I mean, like if I see a 200 pip move, right, that happened in the pair, you think I'm going to be jumping in, right, to start a hedge? No way. So you have to, it's all about knowing what causes the consolidation, long consolidation like that, and then you're already aware and you can make a decision, right? Make an educated decision. But I don't know how he was doing it. We didn't go over all that. We were just in the store talking. But I'm sure I could have shown him the light. I could have shown him how to effectively do it. So you're not blowing up, man, because this road is terrible. Why they put slurry down? It makes the road like this until the tires wear the road down. It's a cheap way to do things. I mean, this is like $1 million houses area, over $1 million, and they're doing this. I don't know, man. Anyway, so because I'm headed home. I don't think I'm stopping over there to CVS. Yeah, I mean, I got sushi with me right now. I got the sushi in the back. Nah, I think it's a little greedy. I want to be asleep. It's 1 a.m. So, but yeah, just a thought about that. The hedging and everything. It's something that I believe. It's not for everybody, I guess, because you have to be able to watch your cell phone, put in the next order. You know what I mean? You have to be active. Now, I mean, I have other strategies that are, that are set it and forget it. Other strategies that can, you have less attendance, but then I have the consolidation breakout. I had the return to zone. I think I had a big return on a return to zone. I did that on the account. I think I showed a GBP USD. I was so sure about the trade that I went in heavy and banked like crazy. So can't do that too many times, right? No. But yeah. All right, that's pretty much it. I know that you guys were saying that you liked to do you like when I did the face thing. You like when I had talked, or the car drive, or whatever, right? Yep. Switched, went and ditched the Benz, and got me a car that you see a million of these on the road. I'm so happy because I don't have to pay all these expensive car repairs. It's costing me $15,000 a year to keep the car, up to date, and you know what I mean. Just keep it going, right? It's too much, man. too much. You know, the brakes and everything you do, it's gonna cost you at least $1,500 up $2,500 a repair. It just, the Benz, man, it's too much. When I found out, I was watching Hoover Garage, when I found out that I could have saved money if I got a Bentley, completely flipped my lid on. I was so, you know what I mean? So, all right, that's it. Peace.